Hey guys, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I'm gonna have to take the glasses off because of the glare, but in order for me to read some of the stuff, I need them on. I have a drink because this may or may not be a long one. If you're wondering, it's a Cove soda, cream soda. It's like probiotic or prebiotic, I can't remember. There's no sugar or anything in it, and it's really tasty. I think it's like a probiotic. It's not spot on to cream soda, but it's tasty. I like it. Alright, this week's weekly roundup. Okay, if you're new here, weekly roundup is I pull out all the makeup I used this past week and we chat about it. Today's makeup look is, you know what? Not bad. Not bad considering. Yeah. There's a little, my chin is wiped away and my nose, but the rest of the makeup is pretty much still the same. I like it. Alright. Glasses are gonna go back on. If you want to see this makeup look, you have to go watch today's weekly roundup. Or not weekly roundup. You have to go watch today's Get Ready With Me. My hair is all falling out. This is annoying. I might as well just take it out at this point. There we go. What's up? Yes, it's recording. Do you need something? No? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we just chatted about everything I used this past week. Okay, first things first. Excuse me. Oh my. Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. We are down to, I think, about here. This one, like I said, I have many things I would repurchase. Will I repurchase them right away? No. This is one I would repurchase. I have several favorite foundations though. This is a good one. I have dry, like very dry, acne-prone, sensitive skin. This one doesn't cause breakouts or anything, and it does not cling, at least not on myself, to dry patches. So we're down to here. I could definitely see me rebuying this one, not right away because I have other favorites and I do have other foundations to use up. But if you have dry skin, if you like light to medium coverage, this is it. You'll get more coverage using a brush. I use a sponge. I'm fine with light to medium coverage, but it's a good one. The Maybelline Lifter Stick, I do like this. Not for all over, you could use it all over, but I use it like sometimes like here, and then I'll put like a line here and under here, especially if I want to keep my blush like right in this area. Or if I get too much blush, you can like literally just put a little bit on and, you know, clean up messes on your eyes, cheeks, wherever. I do like this. You do not get a lot of product in here. You literally get this much product. This much product. That's it. So you might have to weigh the cost per amount of product to see if it's worth it for you, because even though it's drugstore, it's still expensive for drugstore. Natasha Denona, I Need a Rose Gloss. I have this on right now. I do like this. I'm not going to repurchase it because we don't carry Natasha Denona in Canadian Sephora's anymore, at least not here in Calgary. Not even online. So if I want Natasha Denona, I have to go on her site or Beautylish, and I barely go on those sites anymore. I do like this, but not enough to be like, wow. Like, I'm pretty sure I could find something at the drugstore or Sephora that does the same thing as this. It's a nice color. It's like very natural. The formula is nice, but nothing that's like, oh, you gotta have this. It's a nice product though, but you don't have to have it. The Lancome Lash Idol Flutter Extension. I have this on today. I've used this a couple of times this week. Wand looks like this. I feel like at first I was like, It does nothing. It's a waste of money. Yada yada yada. It is expensive. The packaging feels very, very cheap, very chintzy, but you know, whatever. I like it. I like it. I have it on today too. I feel like with me, all mascaras end up looking the same on me regardless. I do like the brush because it is teeny tiny and I'm not gonna stab myself in the eye with it. I want to see how it held up though. Can I get a look? Yeah. Like, I don't curl my lashes because my lashes are naturally curled. But as you can see, my lashes are still... they're still like, whoop. They have not fallen on either side. So yeah. And I have no flaking. I have eyeshadow that I smudged down there. The only mascara I have is the mascara that's right above my lash line, but that happened this morning while I was putting this on. And that tends to happen no matter what eyeshadow or mascara that I use. But yeah, it's I don't think I've ever had a problem though with my lashes falling with any mascaras, at least not off the top of my head. Anyways, that being said, do I recommend you go out and buy this? No. And the reason being, one, it's hell of expensive. Two, it doesn't do anything that my other mascaras do. I like the wand. I could easily just, when this is empty, take the wand, clean it, and just dip it in other mascaras and just use the wand. Happy I have it. Not going to repurchase it. I will just probably end up keeping the wand for this one because I do like how it does get pretty much every lash. Okay. Rare Beauty highlighter. I say this every video, especially ones where I have used one of these. I have 3. You don't need 3. But this is a highlighter that I would recommend if you want one, go buy one. Just one though. And get one that you can see yourself getting the most use out of. I used to use Accelerate all the time, but I find lately I constantly am grabbing towards Mesmerize. Yeah, Mesmerize. It's very pretty. A little goes a long way. But I feel like this shade here goes the best with majority of what I do on my cheeks. I feel like I see something right there. But you can use it on your cheeks and your eyes. The only thing is, you need to be very careful because everybody that I know who has these, theirs are smashed. Like, they break so easily. But yeah, I would recommend, if I'm going to repurchase one, it'd probably end up being this one and not the other 2. But excuse me, there it is. But I like all 3. And I do recommend, if you want a highlighter, buy one of the Rare Beauty ones. Wait till like the VIB sale though. Oh yeah, I was gonna check my cheek. Must be the lighting, because in the mirror. Ooh, I can tell. I had my hand here at one point, and I can see right here where I had my finger. I thought I seen something right here, but I'm looking in the mirror and it's nothing. So it has to just be the camera, but not that it really matters at this point. Alright. We have the NARS Total Seduction eyeshadow stick in adults only. Did I use this one today? I think I did. I'm using this as like a eyeshadow base. I like it. It's matte. It dries down. I just do one eye at a time, put it on, blend it out, do the other eye, and then I go at my eyeshadow. Would I go out and rebuy this? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think if I did, I'm going to use this one up, but if I were to get another one, I would get it to use it for the same purpose. You get that much product in there. If I was to buy another one of these, I would get one that's closer to my skin tone, because this one's more peachy, but it still works. but I would get one more closer to my skin tone and use it for the same purpose as a base. But I do like this. I'm undecided if I would go out and buy another one though. The Makeup by Mario, I'm kind of in the same boat as this. I'm undecided. Master Matte's Long Wear Cream Eyeshadow. Mine's in Sand Dune. I do like this. Same thing. Oh my goodness. I do the same thing. I think I like the color of this better. I wish the NARS one was this color. It's right here. But same thing. I do one eye at a time. Put it on, blend it all out, then do the other eye because it dries quickly. I don't know that I would buy any of these. Like, I thought I was going to. I gotta go on my wish list. I have several of these on my Sephora wish list. And I thought initially that I was gonna buy a couple and just use them as like my eyeshadow. But I think for me, I'd rather just use this as an eyeshadow base, like a eye primer or whatever. So I would probably buy this shade again, maybe another one lighter. Otherwise, probably not. They're nothing, I mean, they stay put. Both of these stay put. But they dry down fast. They're matte. They're kind of budge proof. I'm just going to let that dry because I kind of want to see on my hand how it goes. I don't know. Do you need either one of those? No. If you're not an eyeshadow stick or an eye cream person, don't buy them because you literally will be wasting your money. Alright, this is the Lancome. It's like Butter Bomb something something. I can't read it on here, but it looks like this. Very pretty. I like the packaging. Packaging really got me. The color. I need to do maybe tomorrow. Very pretty color. It's like this color here and like this Natasha Denona one. I feel like these are both like the perfect everyday colors for me. This is nice. But when I went to work yesterday, it's like sometimes when I'm at work, I don't get the chance to really drink anything and hydrate. Yesterday at work, like a lot of the shifts are so hot and so dry, but yesterday at work particularly, my lips hurt. I put this on a couple of times and then I found myself like licking my lips and like dabbing my lips because they were feeling like they were drying out. Like this was after this had, I guess, vanished off my lips. But I felt like my lips were feeling dry. They were starting to feel sore. Like they were hurting. And like I was licking my lips to try and get some moisture back in there. And so like, I don't know if that was a combination of me just being dehydrated yesterday, not having the chance to like drink anything. Or if it was like a combination of that plus this. So I want to do a day where I'm at home and I have like free access to stay hydrated and wear this throughout the day and see if this is what caused my lips to feel really dry. Like I felt like every ounce of moisture was sucked out of my lips yesterday. And I'm hoping it's not this product because normally I'm the kind of person, if a lip product doesn't dry my lips out, I'm like, A+, I'll buy you again. But if it does, it's like, see you later. This is not the kind of product that you want to see you later without using it up. So I'm hoping this is not the case. Tomorrow might be a good day for me to actually put that to the test and see if it was the lip product in conjunction with me being dehydrated or if it was just straight up me being dehydrated. But I've never had that happen before at work. Alright, e.l.f. The Camo Liquid Blush. This one I think is Boldface Lilac. Okay, here's what I'll say. And this is not me changing my mind. 100% would recommend every single, like these e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes, including this shade. But if you've been watching me the past couple of months especially, I'm barely using a liquid blush. The blushes that I have steered towards are creams, like stick cream or like a pod cream. I'm not really reaching for my liquid blushes. I'm keeping them because I don't want to get rid of them and they'd be like, oh, I wish I had that bold face, lilac color, whatever, right? Because I don't want to go out and rebuy it. And mine are still fairly new. They're not to the point where any of them are gone bad. So, am I going to repurchase any of these? No. Would I? 100%. The elf ones, I think I've said before, I kind of like them more than the Rare Beauty ones, but they are, just like the Rare Beauty, they're very pigmented. Like one teeny tiny dot, blend it out. If you want to add more, do like the tiniest amount. They're very pigmented. They have lots of colors. You get a good amount of product for the amount of money. So 100% I do recommend the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes. But, like I said, I'm probably not going to buy any more. Just for the sheer fact, I've been using more cream, like cream stick blushes and whatnot, and not liquid. So the liquid ones I have is what I have. Even if like another brand comes out with a liquid blush, the chances of me buying it they're slim. Not zero, but it's slim. Because I think I'm steering away from the liquid blushes. But the e.l.f. ones, I highly, highly, highly recommend. Like I said, they're pigmented, lots of colors, and you get a lot of product for your money. And they're very pretty. I like them. Sometimes I go a little too ham. Oh, that busted. Sometimes I go a little too ham with it, but you know, it's okay. It always ends up working out anyways. Now, I had this, but I had it with a... I don't know where it is. Okay, Kosas Wet Lip Oil. This one's in the shade Unbuttoned. I really like the Kosas Wet Lip Oils. This is a nice color. It's a nice, like, everyday... What would you call it? Like a peachy neutral? Peachy nude. I think I have this shade, and this is a mini, but I have the full size, and I think another 2 shades, it's right here, on my wish list. I will buy one. I'm not going to buy all the shades I have on my wish list, but I will buy one. I think I probably, because I have the mini of this one, I might want to try a different shade in a full size when I'm ready to get another one. I want to finish using this one. It's nice, it's lightweight, doesn't dry my lips out. Also, there's not a bad smell to it. I mean, it doesn't smell sweet or anything. It's kind of just like a bland smell, if you will. I don't know. The Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Blurring Bronzer. This is the blurring one. The also has the other one that's just the normal Soft Sculpt Powder Bronzer. I have both in the shade Light, but I like this version of Light because it's lighter. It's more cool toned. And I feel like it's... How would you say, I don't know how to word it properly, but oh my gosh. I've been scrambling with words all day today. With bronzers, sometimes blush, but with my bronzers, I like that barely there look. And if I do want it to show up more, I just go in and layer more on. I feel like this is a great one for me to do that with because it's a barely there, like, although it might look like it's dark, it's a barely there bronze shade for me. I guess is the one shade Light, the blurring one. And I feel like this one's perfect for me for when I want that barely there bronze, and then if I want it darker, then I just add more slowly. I'd rather build it up versus full-on pigment right away. I will repurchase this one when it's gone, which will be a while. Bobbi Brown Smoky Glam Mascara. Eventually I will buy this in the full size. No rush to though, but this is one of my favorite mascaras. Again, it's like, it pretty much does what this mascara does, but I think I get a little bit more, what do you call that, thickness at the lash base. Like, it makes my lashes look fuller, I guess. But I really like this one. The only thing is, getting the full size, I feel like the brush, the one looks different. I don't know. But I really do like that one. The Rimmel Brow Pro, this is Rimmel, right? Yes. Rimmel Brow Pro Micro. I've gone through several of these. I will continue to repurchase these. Generally speaking, I buy them if I happen to stop at Shoppers, Drug Mart, or Walmart. if I see they're on sale, I tend to grab a couple, and if they're not on sale, I tend to just grab one, because that's my go-to. I really like it. We have the Too Faced Pillow Balm. This one is in Hot Cocoa Kisses. I have several of these. I like them all. I think that I don't want to buy this shade again. I do like this one, but this one I feel like it has like an orange, I don't know, it doesn't show up here, but it kind of has like this undertone on it when it's on my lips that I'm like, at first I like it, but I like it better once it starts to wear away, at least the color, even though it isn't super colorful. I do really like these. Even just getting like the basic clear one, I recommend. It's like a lip balm, but in a liquid form. Really like them, and they all smell good. They don't burn the lips or anything. But yeah, I kind of wish this was more cool toned. I don't know. But I do like it. I'll use it up. I don't think I'll repurchase that shade. I'll probably continue rebuying the other shades. Although I don't need every single shade, so whatever one's my favorite. Pat McGrath. Divine Lust Lip Gloss. This one's in Flesh 4. Would I repurchase this? Yes. Actually, that would have been really good with this eye look today. I didn't even think about it. I really like this. It smells really good. Feels good. It's got a nice color payoff. Actually, yeah, this would have been great with today's look too. Will I rebuy it? If Sephora still sells it, yes. Again, I have to fully use this up. I have no intentions of buying anything that I currently have unless I run out. I wiped the glosses off, so here's the... So for this to go, I'm going to really push down and look. The NARS one's holding on a lot better than the Makeup by Mario one, but I mean, when you're out and about, are you really, like, rubbing? So you really gotta rub it away to get that one gone. Anyways, yeah, I could definitely probably repurchase this one when it's gone. Rare Beauty also has a tinted lip oil. I know not everybody likes those because they find them drying. They don't dry my lips out personally, but the shade Delight is almost spot on to this gloss. Again, one's a gloss though and one's a tinted lip oil. Excuse me, but the shades are almost spot on. So yeah, yes to repurchasing this one when it's gone. I do like that a lot. The Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara, to be determined. I'm kind of in the same boat with this one as I am about the Makeup by Mario one. The Master Mascara. I'm in the same boat about the two of these. I feel like I'm leaning more towards liking the Makeup by Mario one more than the Fenty one. But the Fenty one's also very goopy and still kind of wet right now, so it makes it messy. Therefore, I need it to continue to dry out as I use it. But yeah, both of these are still... If I had to take my best guess, I'll use them up. I'm going to assume I probably won't repurchase either one of those at all. This is a... what brand? Can Make Gloss Tint Syrup. Do not know the shade name, other than on the bottom it says LGZ. Really like it a lot. Very pretty. And it's just like a, yeah. It's nice, thin, lightweight. Very pretty. It does stain your lips, which I like, especially because it isn't drying. The CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Contour. This one's in the shade Sculpt It. I use this one as a bronzer, like cream bronzer. I really like this. I could see me rebuying this one again. It's nice. It's affordable. I'm not going to roll it up to see how much product is in here, but yeah. I remember when I first got this, I was like, it's nice. I don't know. Yeah, I could definitely see me rebuying that one. It's blendable. It's lightweight. It's I haven't had an issue with it. Here we have Revlon Glimmer Correcting Concealer. I don't know. I might pass this along to a coworker. Yeah. I don't really use it. Same with this. This is the... Well, it's kind of too yellow for me. What's this called? Revlon Color Stay Flex Wear Full Cover Concealer 24 hours. They're both new. I think I used this one once so far and this one twice. This one's very pink. Maybe I could keep this one, but like what would I use it for? Besides cleaning up stuff, I don't know. I might pass both these on. I don't really use this kind of thing, so I don't know what drove me to buy them, honestly. So I think those are going to get passed along. We have the Bay Free Multi-Glow Balm Moisturizer. This one's in Pink Sakura. 100% will rebuy one of these. I have 3 different shades. I only need one. My 2 favorite is this one here, Pink Sakura, and then I have Nude Gardenia, which I think maybe between the two... I think I'd go with Nude Gardenia, but I'm also a sucker for this one. They're so pretty. They feel wet. But look at that. I like putting this on. Like, look at that. And then, you know, blending it in where you put your blush. Because I use it as a cream blush. And then I go over it with whatever blush I want to wear on top. So pretty. Very glowy. You can use it on your lips, cheeks, and eyes. I just use them on my eyes. I'll definitely repurchase. It's going to take forever to use it up. But I think if I'm going to repurchase one, it'll be Nude Gardenia. I think that one's my... I think that's the one I go to the most. And I just wiped it off, but I didn't leave it there very long, but it already left a slight stain. We have the Lovecraft Planetary, or what's it called? Lovecraft Beauty Planetary Precision Brow Duo. This is very nice. There's a pencil on one side, liquid on the other side for your eyebrows. I like it. I won't rebuy it though, because you gotta get from Ipsy. Speaking of Ipsy, I checked an update on it. They have the full month, like the September box coming to me. And I checked banking statements and they didn't take no money for it. So, I don't know. I'm not going to reach out to them and be like, oh no, you sent me a box without taking the money for it. I canceled my subscription. If they decide to still send me the box, that's on them. But yeah, there's a box coming. Then we have the Tarte Sculpt Tape Contour. This one's in the shade Cool Bronze. I do really like this. Again, I'm like in that boat where I'm like using other things. I like switching it around. I would definitely rebuy this, but not at full price. But it's very nice. A little goes a long way. It's a very sheer, well, not sheer, thin, blendable. You can get a little haywire with getting too much at once, so you gotta be careful with it, but I like it. We have the Rimmel Kind and Free Pressed Translucent Powder. This is my second one. I will either, I think I'll probably buy another one, but I also want to get a matte, like a matte setting powder as well. That's pressed. That one though, I do like that one a lot. We have House Labs Bio Radiant Gel Highlighter. This one's in Rose Quartz. I would repurchase every one of these that I have, but if I had to like only pick one, it'd be this one. This one's my favorite. For on the eyes and the cheeks as a blush topper or as a highlighter. Very pretty. The Kosas Wet Slicks. Is this called Wet Slicks? Kosas. What is the Wet Slicks? Because I know they have a Wet Slicks product, but what is it? I don't remember. The Kosas Hot Liner. Looks like this. Will I rebuy this? Probably not. I don't wear lip liners, so I mean, I do like this. I'd probably get a different color. This one's in the shade Infinite. Well, no, I probably rebuy this one. I really like the color of it. I like just filling in my whole lip with this and then going over it with a gloss. It doesn't last long, but it doesn't really matter to me, honestly. Hyaluronic acid contouring lip liner. Yeah, this is in the shade Infinite. It is to me, I feel like that'd be a nice everyday color for a lot of people. Like, that's kind of the color a lot of people are looking for. Again, it's called Infinite. Do a bigger swatch of it right there. And you don't have to sharpen it, but if you want it to, there is a sharp. Oh, that's a brush. Okay. Hang on a second. There is also a sharpener on here as well. So a sharpener and a lip brush. And it's a twist up one, so that's nice. We have the Say Sun Melt in Cool Bronze. Thought I could see through this for a second, but I'm like, I don't think I've hit pan on this yet. 100% will rebuy this once I need to completely use it up though. Yeah, I haven't hit pan yet. But this is very nice. I like how thin and lightweight this is. Again, it's like you can do that barely there look with it, which is what I like because I'd rather build it up. But yes, do like that one. Looks like I used 3 Patrick Ta blushes this week. We have She Knows Who She Is. Okay, this one, I like it, but I'm not going to repurchase this one. This one I will use up. It's just, even like in the fall and winter, is this pretty? Yes. But if I'm going to like knock down some things to like what I constantly use, this won't be a color story that I constantly use. So I will use it up. It is very pretty. This one's very, very pigmented. I mean, they all are. But you look how dark this is. It's very pigmented. If you like that though, I'd go for it. I do like the fact that it's powder and cream in one. We have She Goes to the Gym. Definitely, I will repurchase this one. I really like this one. Is that the one I wore today? Maybe. And then we have She's Seductive. I would repurchase this one as well because that's also great for every day. I really like it. We have the Live Tinted Hue Beam Blushing Bronzer in the shade Mojave Mirage. They only have 3 of these or 2. This is the light one. It's pretty. It's a blushy bronze, so if you don't like a pinky bronze color, you probably won't like this. I do. It's right here. I do, so I will repurchase this because I like it. But I do think if they want people to buy their products, they need to come out with more than 3 of these. They got like a light, medium, and dark, and I think they need to expand it. Live Tinted. This is the Hue Skin Brightening Core Setting Powder. Again, this is the shade light. There's nothing. They have light, medium, and dark. This is light. And sometimes it looks too dark on me. I will repurchase this. It's right here. I will repurchase this, but again, they need to come out with more shades. That's not enough for everybody. There's more than light, medium, dark out there, okay? Yummy. Milani, the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I will repurchase this one. This one's in the shade 1, Skin Light. No, Sunlight. It's very light and buildable, which I like. I don't like how the packaging, mine's already broke. It's hanging on by a thread. Very similar to the Pat McGrath bronzer that I have. If you're gonna buy one or the other, just buy the Milani. Save your money. Alright, Hourglass. I only use one this week. We have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Mood Exposure. I do like this one. Will I buy it again though? I don't know. I'd have to like really start using it. It's right there. It is very pretty. Good for every day. It's lightweight, blendable, buildable. Looks very pretty on the skin. Excuse me. Undecided if I will repurchase that one. But if between the ones that I have, if I was going to, I would repurchase Mood Exposure. If that helps any. That would be the shade that I would repurchase. Kosas Blushes Life. This is in the shade Bliss. You don't need every single shade of these. Yes, I would repurchase this one. It looks bright and stuff, but it's so... I don't know. Once it's on the cheeks, it just looks very pretty. It's right there. But yes, I think honestly I would probably end up repurchasing every shade that I have. I had Butterflies, but I think I already passed that one along to someone. Because it was just, I knew I wasn't going to get much use out of it besides like here and there being like, ooh, look, bright pink cheeks. But I didn't see the point in me keeping it just for the odd time that I do a video and I use it. If it's not going to be something that I can see me using a lot, then I don't want it. I don't want it, okay? Rimmel Stay Matte Fix and Go. Heck no. I'm going to use it up, but it's never coming back. None of the Rimmel setting sprays are ever coming back through that front door. They smell horrible, and I don't think they do anything. Fenty Cheeks. This one's in What a Brat. Every shade that I have of this, I think I'd buy again. Even, I mean, they feel so nice. Even this one. This is probably one of the pinkest blushes that I have, but you can sheer it out. And it's just very nice. It kind of, I don't know, very nice. There it is. Kind of gives like similar vibes to the House Labs highlighters, but not identical. Very pretty. I like them a lot. I tend to, I've been seeing these at Winners. So in Canada we have Winners and we have Marshalls. So if you're somewhere else and you want to see if you can find these cheaper, check Winners, Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx. I don't know what other kind of stores you guys have like that, but like those, I've been seeing the Fenty Cheeks a lot at those stores. We have NYX the Brow Glue. I will repurchase that while I look for another one. But I do like that one. The Say Bouncy Gloss. This one's in the shade Bubble. I don't know if I'm going to buy any more of these. It's like I like them, but at the same time, it's like I have other glosses that I like more. But I'm kind of forcing myself to use other products to see how I feel about them. So, I don't know. I do like it. I used up the full size of Dip, which I really like that color. I feel like with this, I'm trying to find like the perfect everyday shade that no matter what makeup look I do, I could grab for this and go. Because I don't want to have several of the same product in different colors, especially for lips, unless it's like an absolutely favorite lip product. I guess for like every lip product that I have, I don't want to have multiple shades of the same lip product. Some lip products or brands or whatever, like the Fenty Gloss Bombs, I'm fine having every shade of that. Like I don't want every shade of this. So I'm going to use this one up, and then I will probably buy one more after this. I like to get something that's kind of, I don't know, more so this color. Like this is just a little bit too light. And I like to get this, but more along the lines, just like a little bit darker. I don't know if Say has one that's a little bit darker. Anyways, a good product. I wouldn't have used up a full one if I didn't think so. I'm looking for like the perfect like everyday color that I could see me using up. Huda Easy Bake and Snatch. I do really like this. I can see me rebuying it. Am I going to? I don't know. I think I'm going to use this one up and then maybe try a different powder from Sephora. I just need to go through all of them and see. Like, I want mattifying, but I want blurring. Yeah, I know. It's nice. Okay, it's more than nice. It's a favorite of mine. I don't know how I feel about Huda right now. Because no, I'm a procrastinator. There's things that I want to go and look up and stuff, and I just haven't gotten around to it. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is the trio. Honestly, I kind of just wish it was like a duo. I feel like, because as a duo, it would still be more affordable than buying a single. Do you need this? No, but every time I use this, I end up liking it more and more. There's nothing wrong with this one. I just don't reach for that one as often. For me, it's these two, and I like mixing them together. So it would be awesome if they came out with duos, or at least an empty duo compact where you could put two in here. Because I would just repurchase these two here. Otherwise, when this is done, I'm either going to repurchase these separately, full size, or I'll just buy one. But then the question is, which one would I want? And that's where I'm like, I don't know what one. Yeah, I really don't know which one I would pick. The more I use them, the more I like them. Like, I feel like this one's more of a skin tone color, but this one's more brightening. Even though they're setting powders, or whatever you want to call it, finishing powders. I like both. Because I feel like this one, like, kind of in the middle, and then this one here, like, along here and all over. I don't know. I like both. So, I take back all my negative words that I've said about the Hourglass. I do like these. This one, you can use it on your, I would say, like, use it on your eyes. I'd probably, because I don't want to neglect it. I want to use it up and get my money's worth. Like, it's still a nice color. I think I need to start using it over my bronzing areas and maybe my eyes as well. Just to get it used up so it's not wasted product. Because I don't want to waste it. And I don't want to use up the other two and give it to a coworker. I'd rather just be like, give the whole thing so that they can use all of it and not just one shade. So, yeah, to answer that, I will definitely end up buying a full size of one of those finishing powders, or both of them. I really like them. Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Eye Trends Sensual Sunset. I really like this. I was kind of hoping, I don't like the packaging. I think it's not very tight, like not very secure. I love the color story. Very pretty. If you were eyeballing any of these, I would, and you're like, I definitely want to get one. If you're not thinking about it, never mind it. But if you have been thinking about it and you really want one of these, get one that you know would be, I would buy it based on what your everyday look is. This would easily be an everyday look for me. Glad I have this one. I also have another one. Will I repurchase this? No. But I will say, if I can get my hands on the green one, I'm going to get the green one. Because I wanted the purple one and the pink one. But I was like, you know what, Tammy? No. I won't really want the green one. The formula is very nice. And I like how sparkly these are. Like, look at those. You know what this also kind of reminds me of? This color story? The Makeup Revolution, now that I'm looking at it, and the Patrick Ta palette. Really like this a lot. It's, to me, perfect for everyday wear. I'm not going to rebuy it. I'm going to enjoy it because it's expensive for the little thing that it is. But to that extent, though, I guess I could say, if I had a small makeup collection and this was like an absolute favorite and I used it up, I would go rebuy it. But because I have what I have and whatnot and I'm constantly buying stuff, I'm not going to rebuy it, but I really, really like it. Alright, so now we are getting... Damn, I feel like this is taking forever. But I did play around with makeup this week. Stretchy. I feel like I'm missing lip products, possibly. My shoulders, everything is achy. I think this is Bella Beauty Bar, or is it Smoky Glam? Oh my gosh. It's not Blend Bunny. BBB stands for Bella Beauty Bar. Okay. Smoky Glam. Whatever words may come out of my mouth, do not come for me. But if we're going to be transparent and honest, which is what I like to do over here, here it is. I regret buying this, okay? Do I like this? Yes. Is it a color story that I like? Yes. But. The shimmers are too flaky. And I know, like, for some people that might be like, that's not a reason to regret something or whatever. For me, it is. If I'm going to be spending the money that my husband and I both work for on expensive things, because this is expensive, I want to, when I use it, it doesn't have to be like absolutely perfect, but I don't want most of my product that I'm trying to get on my eyeballs to be everywhere except for on my eyes. The color story is great. The shimmers and that, like, and all the shifty shades and that are great, but it's such a messy palette that I regret buying it. There's no problems with the mattes. They're blendable and buildable. They are very pigmented. The shimmers are pigmented. I think there's only, almost all of them are that very messy, except for this one here. Look at that. So that's this one. Like, that one isn't messy. This one's not messy. But the rest of them are messy. There might be one more of that. Yeah. But they're chunky. And I don't like having to be careful when I'm doing my makeup. Look at those. The complaint is not against how the color story or anything like that. My complaint is how messy they are. So, is that going to turn me off from Bella Beauty Bar? I don't know. Because I feel like not every palette is the same. Sometimes, like, the formulas differ from like what they have in there. But I don't know. I feel like I do regret this one. Because of how messy it is, I get annoyed by that. Therefore, because I something like that simple does annoy me. It's going to put me off from wanting to reach for it. So, am I still going to use this? Yes. But I just thought I'd let you guys know I do regret buying this. Just because of how messy it is, I know that I'm not going to pull for it as often as I thought I was going to. It's a very pretty monochromatic look. I do like monochromatic palettes because I don't have to put too much thought in it. And I like these peachy, pinky, mauvey tones. And then there are some gray tones in here. But yeah. Again, don't come for me. But that's my thoughts. I don't know if No Purse palette is... Let me look it up. I have one palette coming. And I did not have to think about it at all. And it's the Simply... Is it Simply Posh? But No Purse palette... Oh my gosh. Grace is asking me a joke. Which I know the answer to. She's like, how does Moses make his coffee? And I said, he brews it. Ha ha ha. I heard that one a million years ago. She's like, dang it, that's funny. I have to go into one of my chats. Because I believe I also mentioned... I had one joke and you knew it. Yes. Darn it. Oh, because one of my online besties was asking me... there's one person in particular, we tend to do the most talking. It's me and Eden. We tend to do the most talking. But I feel like all of us, and especially Andy, Eden, and myself, I'm not sure about Chris, but we're just... It's not even that I'm overbuying stuff. It's just how many like all these companies are just bam, bam, bam. I feel like it's been constantly steady. We don't need everything. I know, broken record, I repeat this, but we don't need everything. And I know on my end, I'm figuring out what formulas I like the best and what formulas I don't. Like Ensley Rain used to be a favorite, but again, a lot of her shimmers are so flaky and messy that as much as I like her color stories and that, I'm probably not going to buy any more eyeshadow palettes from her. The cost of things like shipping, duties, taxes, tariffs, how often am I going to pull for that? I don't want to have palettes just sitting here that I'm not excited to use, that I'm not thinking about using, that I can't wait to use again in that. Like, it's why like I've been slowly pulling things out and giving them to other people who I know that are going to use them. But speaking of No Purse palettes, okay, so Simply Posh Cosmetics, without even having to blink, I did order that one. I was like, yes, yes, yes. I've never tried anything from them before, so it'll be my first purchase. It'll probably be my first and last purchase from them. But that's a color story that I could drool over. I'm excited. 2 rows of mattes, 1 row of shimmers. Yes, please. I am excited for that. But gotta stroll down because I'm not showing conversations. Glaminatrix Crown Legacy. Have they shown the entirety of that yet? I don't know. Not sure. Just based off that photo, if you like took away this blue, I would be like, heck yes. But I need to see the full thing of it. But I also need to play around more with my Glaminatrix palettes. So okay, here we have No Purse palette. Is this Bella Beauté bar? Yes, it is. When they first showed it, I was like, heck yes, I'm definitely buying that. Well, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmers, maybe a 7th, but I can't tell if that one's a shimmer or not. But and then there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 mattes. The mattes are pretty, but at least 1, 2, 3, at least 4 of the mattes I probably wouldn't get much use out of. I don't know. If you look at it, breaking it down row by row, and then like looking at it as quads, and then like row by row the other way. Color story wise, it's pretty. Color story wise, I would use it, but color story wise, I feel like it's one of those palettes I would pull it out to do a couple of looks with, like probably 4 or 5 looks, maybe 6, and then it would sit on my shelf, and I don't want to do that. Even though my brain's like, yes, get it, I'm like, realistically, it's expensive. I'm more of a neutral lover. Purple's my favorite color, but I see some shades in there that kind of look like the shimmers once they're swatched. They're not identical, but I don't know. I have to really break it down. It's very, very pretty though, but I don't think it has a place in here. And again, it's Bella Beauté bar, so I mean, I've seen this palette being used by multiple people. I've seen it swatched. But if the shimmers are that same texture where they're like kind of flaky, I know like there's ways around it. Like you can be gentle and whatnot. You can put some on it, tap it on your hand first, and then I don't want to have to do that though. So I think I'm skipping out on that one. And then same with this one here. This is DD Signature Broken Jewels. This was another one where I told you guys I'm buying that one. I'm not. Here it is swatched. Is it very pretty? Yes. But again, if you gotta look at more than just the palette itself. You need to look at swatches on several different people in different lighting, and you gotta watch other people using it of different skin tones and makeup styles. My mind's made up on this one too. I'm not buying it. No matter how pretty it is neutral. To me, it's, someone said it's 2 rows of neutrals, 2 rows of color. I think it's 3 rows of neutral. Not even. I think it's 4 rows of neutral and 1 pop of color. because to me, the only thing that's colorful in here is that blue purple shade. That one right there. The rest of this, to me, that's all neutrals. That being said, though, once I see it swatched and I've seen it being used, I was like, yeah, I would use most of it, but I don't know. DD's Signature is like even more expensive. I have one palette from her, and I feel like I could have got groceries for a week or two with that. So, but because I have other palettes that I like even more that I already have in my collection, I'm not going to bring something in to pull out here and there. So, no. The Ensley Rain one, that's a hard pass. I didn't even have to think. That was an automatic no. Is it cute? Sure. But no. That looks, to me, it looks like leftover eyeshadows that she threw into a palette and did a colorful photo on the cover to kind of match it. It's cute though, I give it that, but not for me. Was there another palette somebody asked? This one here, it's all matte. I don't think it's out yet. Who is this from? Another Blend Bunny. Well, this one's Blend Bunny. It's an all matte. I could see me using this, but am I going to get it? No. It's very pretty. Again, all matte palette. For the most part, though, when I'm using mattes, I like browns and greens, skin tone colors, mauve pinks. This has like a good mixture of everything. This, to me, is good for someone who doesn't want to go out and buy multiple palettes to get these certain matte colors that they want. And in here, you can probably pretty much get it almost all in one. Not for me. I think that was the only thing though. So yeah, No Purse palette is also Blend Bunny or Bella Beauté Bar. So I feel like lately I've been trying to talk myself into buying it, but it's like, no. It's not even necessarily that I'm trying to talk myself out of buying things. If I want to buy something, I'll buy it. But I don't know. There's just makeup everywhere. And I've been enjoying what I have, and if I keep bringing in more stuff, just because I might get a few uses out of it while I'm thinking about other stuff I want to use, it's no. Anyways, all that to say, I do regret this one. I don't know if I'm going to buy anything more from Bella. Oh my gosh. Blend Bunny. Bella Beauté Bar. Oh my gosh. Who is who? Eden's like, oh my gosh, Tammy. Bella Beauté Bar, Blend Bunny. Okay, this is BBB's Bella Beauté Bar, right? Yes. Oh, it's right there. It says on the inside, Bella Beauté Bar. I'm old, okay? I'm old. I'm perimenopause, not joking. Yeah, it's too messy for me. I will use this though, but I don't like it. I don't like how messy some of these are. Alright, so there's that palette. If you have it, let me know. I know people, like, they love it, but I also know there's a lot of people who have it and they barely ever use it. And I don't know if it's for the same reason or not. I have glitter all over my work shirt. Okay, that's 2 palettes down. This is like an easy one. If he brings this back, which I highly think he should, the Make It by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, I would hands down buy this while still working on this one. So I can have it back. This is one of my favorite palettes. I think it's like one of the first palettes, besides the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, where I was like, yes, yes, yes. Like, if I could only have 2 palettes in my collection, oh my gosh. I don't even know where I would go with that. This would be one of them. If I wanted variety, I'd have to choose between this one and the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude one. But this is such a fantastic palette. Everybody who missed out on this, like, because of all you who missed out on it, I hope he brings it back again. Why isn't it permanent? Please tell me why. Like, if he cared, to me, for how well this was received by everybody, and he brought it back a second time and it sold out the second time, for how well, like, received this palette was, if it was about the money for him, he would bring this back and make it permanent. But because he hasn't, to me it tells me he doesn't really it's not about the money for him. It's about just being creative and making new products that people enjoy and love. But it's like, come on, bring this back. Bring it back. Give us a Halloween miracle. Natasha Denona bronze palette. I'm not going to repurchase this one, but it's a favorite. Mine is not the original. I took shades from other Natasha Denona palettes and swapped them out in this one. Not a lot. I think like 4 shades. Do I know what 4 shades? No. Ooh, almost scared me. But how this looks now, like how I switched it around, I love it. I kind of wish this is how the bronze palette came. As you can see, I have like some pinky tones in here. Really, really, really like it. I do think I want to swap one more color. I just don't know what one yet. I might take this one out and do like a chocolate brown, or take, no, not you, I like you guys. I want like a nice deep chocolate dark brown in here. I just don't know what one I would swap out. I think I might swap this one out and go for a deep dark chocolate brown matte. But yeah, Natasha Denona is one of my favorite formulas. She's not indie brand, but for like easy, beautiful, soft, blendable, buildable looks, it's like, yes please. Ensley Rain, Whispering Woods. You all know I really like the look I did with this past week. This one I like a lot better than some others. When I say that, I mean the shimmers, because this one was smooth, smooth, smooth. That one was semi-smooth. Flaky, chunky, flaky, chunky, flaky, chunky, flaky, chunky. On the brink of flaky, flaky, chunky, but not as much. This is a very, very pretty palette. Use it on its own, or be like me and bring in other mattes to use with it. Will I repurchase this? No. But I'm definitely going to enjoy using it. I really, really... The looks that I have done with this so far I really liked. Especially the one that I've done this past week with it. So pretty. And I do recommend, if you have this one and you're like looking at it like, oh, like it's missing something, go grab a matte palette, or go grab another matte. Oh my gosh, another palette that has mattes in it. And just, you know, start playing, get creative on those eyes. Won't repurchase it, but I really like that one. The Amy's Love palette from Adept Cosmetics. Will I repurchase? No. Most of my palettes are one and done. So like I buy them one time, use them up, enjoy them, and that's that. I'm not going to repurchase this one, but I do wish I could buy all the I wish I could buy all the shimmers in here solo. For now, this palette will remain like this, but down the road I might remove all the shimmers out of here and put them in a different palette. The mattes are nice. They're all cool tone. They're very pretty. They're pigmented. They're blendable. They're buildable. So I like it. But my favorite thing about this palette is all the shimmers. I have this one on my lids today. And I mean, it's starting to wear down a little bit, but so pretty. I get that. I can see the shifts, and I see like that undertone of purple in there. Just very, very, very pretty. The only thing in here I don't really like is this matte blue. I do like these other ones, but they're very cool toned, and all I have to do is grab like 1 or 2 warm tone mattes and it's perfect for me. But yeah, that's the only shade in here that I don't really like. Everything else about this palette is yes. Again, if you don't have it and you're thinking about it, I don't know. Discount codes, see if they will ever have a sale on that. It's expensive. If you're in, I mean, even if you don't live in Canada, a lot of this stuff it's just expensive. Last thing, I believe. Oh my gosh. Well, no. The LYS setting spray, my second one. I'll continue to buy this one. I don't know. I like it. It helps my whatever powders melt into my skin. And then the makeup, nope, Milani Make It Last. I will also buy another one of that. Same thing. You don't need both. I feel like those two are kind of similar to each other. And I think that's it for setting sprays. I only use that one foundation. Last item is the ColourPop Gone Matte. I could see me rebuying this. I just got it, so I need to use it all up. This is definitely handy. It's got warm tones, cool tones, and like there's like grays, dusty purples, dusty pinks. There's some like browns, some like rusty shades, like light to medium to dark. To me, it's, you could have this palette as your all matte palette, and then, you know, go off, you know, just go off throwing in other palettes in there. Anyways, yeah, I could see me rebuying this one. It's powdery, but I like it. And when I say powdery, I'm not getting a big mess everywhere. The mess I'm making is mostly in the palette itself, not everywhere else. And I believe, guys, that's it. That's a lot of stuff. So all of this is gonna get put away, and then we'll start fresh tomorrow. I did have an idea of what palette I want to use tomorrow, and I think it was the Glaminatrix. It's one of the Glaminatrix palettes. Yeah, so again, I know like normally you guys might see me on here like 2-3 times a week showing hauls, like look what came from Sephora, look what came in the mail. We're not gonna see that anymore. Not because I don't want to do it, it's because I don't need to. If I buy something, of course I will show you guys, but as for me, like going, am I still doom strolling? Yeah, but I've been doing good this month with just every time I buy something on my phone, I have this thing called Habits. It's free. And yeah, I did cook supper today. And yesterday. 1 second. Ooh, we ordered from Amazon yesterday, so I do have to click that. So on here, I've got like all my habits. So every time I do something, I check mark it. So Bible app, workout, Bible study, online faith video, cook, supper, water, housework, watched a movie, got takeout, had a treat, did an online order, did an Amazon order, did an in-store makeup purchase, Starbucks. Every time I do any of that, I put a check mark. So like with the online order, Amazon, maybe not so much Amazon, but the online ordering, if it's an online order, that usually indicates I ordered something. And in-store makeup, obviously I'm in-store purchasing makeup. So far this month, I don't believe I bought any makeup in-store, which is great. But I check mark every time I do something. I feel like this is also helping me because I'm not tracking what I'm spending, I'm tracking how often I'm doing something. And usually like people, yeah, you can use like a habit tracker however you want. This is how I'm doing mine. And for like, especially with makeup purchases, I'm just, how often are you doing it, Tammy? Because I don't need stuff. You're always gonna like stuff, but you don't need everything. Like we all say, we got one face, okay? There's times I'm sitting here and I want to use 4 different eyeshadow palettes, but I only got 2 eyeballs. Anyways, such a pretty look. I still like this. I'm sweating very much. Anyways, all that to say, yeah, we don't need everything. And I don't know. Do you have any makeup purchases? Do you have any expensive makeup purchases? Let me know. I think one of my most expensive ones right now, at the moment, is that Bella Beauté Bar Smoky Glam palette. It's like kind of like the Ensley Rain ones. I really like my Ensley Rain palettes. I really like this palette, but I don't like how messy those shimmers are, and because of that, I regret it. So I guess, yeah, I could say some of my Ensley Rain ones I regret too, just because of how messy they are. And when some things are just finicky or messy, it's like it makes me not want to use it. So it's like, do I buy the No Purr palette in hopes like, oh, maybe it won't be flaky? But then again, it's not just that for that palette, it's how often would I pull that palette out. Do you guys want to know what palettes I eventually will get, but I'm not in a rush for any of them? I'll show you right quick, because I don't think I've talked about them at all. I'll show you. I need to go on to This one here, I've seen it swatched, I've seen it used, can't stop thinking about it, but I don't need it right now. So it's from Krypton Cosmetics. I don't have anything from them, but their Emerald City palette is cool toned, it's grungy, it's green and yellow and like kind of taupey, very pretty, like great every day. You could probably get a look like this out of there, minus the purple. But yes, that one there, I've been eyeballing that for a while. Here's a better shot at it. Since they like released it, I haven't stopped thinking about it. And I love, love, love that pop of yellow up there. The Trapped palette, that's cute, but that's a no. I would use it a couple of times and that's it. This one I've been bouncing back and forth on. But I'm not going to get this one either. It's from the Varun Cosmetics. I can't pronounce it correctly. This palette right here. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Even looking at the swatches, I'm like, very nice. But you know what? I feel like if there was more of a difference in the shimmers, I would probably get it. But that first one, it's not very often that I use a shimmer of that color. And then these two are both, like the second two are both just varying degrees of purple green. So like the first one's lighter green, lighter purple, and this one's more vibrant green, vibrant purple. Then we have what looks to me like a basic gold shimmer, a purpley silver shimmer, and then a silver shimmer. Oh, I don't want to heart it. I mean, I do like it, but nothing about that to me screams like, oh, gotta have it. It's very pretty though, just no. No. Has anything else come? I was planning on buying this one, but I'm not anymore. Shadow Sculpt Ghoul Garden Eyeshadow. Who's this from? Unearthly Cosmetics. I remember when I first seen this one, I was like, yes, 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 yes. And now it's no, 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 no. I would use it, but I wouldn't get that much use out of it, honestly. Very, very pretty, though. Is this the Gargoyle? Yeah, I do want this one. Every time I go to buy it, though, it's sold out. I was telling Matt earlier today, too, because we were watching Heather's... Well, I was watching, but he was out here. Heather's... Was it her top fall palettes? I can't remember. But she showed this, and I immediately went on and sold out again on I Feel Beautiful Canada. This is one I've been waiting to get my hands on. It's cool tone, but to me, it feels like a little bit of warmth in there. And there's only one shade in here that I'm not very keen on, but the rest of them just like wipes it out, which is like this blue one right here. Take that out, and then to me, it's like, yes, please. So that is one that I am waiting. Every time I go to get it, it's sold out. And then one that I'm still undecided on, which makes me think like, hey, maybe just never mind. It's the Adept Cosmetic Eebs palette. What do you guys think? I mean, you guys know my makeup style and what I do. I know I'll use this. But I've seen photos where some of the shimmers kind of look similar. And I don't like it when a palette has multiple shimmers that are very similar. Like, I kind of want them all to be, like, really different. The only shade, just based on this photo, the only shade that I see that I'm like, don't really like that, is this burgundy one right there, which I think that is a shimmer. You guys let me know. Can you see me getting much use out of that? Probably not. Probably answering my own question. I wanted to get this one so bad, it sold out. And then I was telling Matt earlier, because we were watching, Heather showed this one too. And I was like, honestly, because she showed this one, and then she showed the other one, the Turd palette, which I have. I don't have like the one called Turd, I have the other one. Grounded, I think it's called. And I was like, with this palette here, what I don't like about it is the red up here, and even that red below it. And then I was like, but the other Glaminatrix palette that I do have which came out roughly around the same time, is very, very similar. At least to me, it's similar enough that I'm like, okay, even if this one came back in stock right now, I'd be like, okay, I'm not getting it, because it's too similar for me now. But it is pretty, but it's too similar to the other one. And then we have, they brought this one back, Sugar and Spice from Glaminatrix. Not buying that one. It's pretty, but again, I want palettes that I can see me pulling out. Yeah, like here it is. Not identical, but it's similar enough. And then there's also like 2 reddish tones right there, so I do not need the other one. But I'm almost certain there was another palette that maybe they didn't load it up on here. They haven't either. Not you. I might have to actually go on their website. 1 second, guys. There was another Sickly Sweet. I have this, right? Or is mine something different? When I seen this, they said the remastered version. When I seen it, I was like, hey, that looks different than the one I have. I have this palette, but I have the original one. But this remastered one really caught my eye. I'm not getting it because the one that I have, I use it mostly in the spring and summer, but I don't use it constantly. But you know what really drew me to this one was this row over here on the end. Those greens with that last row over here is what really was like, wow, I need that. And then the 2 rows going across this way. Down here, no. But like these 2 top rows and then this last row here, that is what has my eyes being like, you need this, but it's like, no, you don't. Let me know if you guys are getting that new Sickly Sweet, like the remastered one. So that was one, but there's another one. There was one more and I did want it, but now I'm like, well, here's this one, Burnt Forest. I think this is Krypton Cosmetics too. This one I'm on the fence about. The only thing on here that I'm like is that pop of blue. But then when I get to the shimmers, I'm like, yeah. Yes, I still want that one. I can see me using that one a lot as well. So I'm not going to write that one off. But there was one more. I thought I want the Gargoyle palette, but I wouldn't. It's so pretty. The Just a Taste one is the one that I want. Did I get them mixed up? Oh, darn it. Maybe I did. Did I tell you guys I wanted the Gargoyle one? That might have been a mistake. I want the Just a Taste one. The Gargoyle one's too blue. I meant to say Just a Taste. Sorry. Now I'm confusing myself. Maybe I never said that one to begin with. 1 second. There was a palette. I wish they put all the ones they just added on the first page, so I don't have to re-stroll through looking at all this again. Because I don't remember off the top of my head what brand it is that I'm looking for, but I know I seen the... because I was on here earlier just looking. Here it is, Sugar and Spite. Are you guys getting this? Do you have the original? I really wanted the original one. Blend Bunny. It's pretty. Again, what drew me to this one is I like how you look at it and you automatically see quads. I don't like the blue section and I don't like the purple. If it was just this, I probably would jump on it, honestly. And purple is my favorite color. But what they have in here for the purple, I'm not really digging. I'm not buying it. But yeah. Do any of you guys have this? I remember I wanted the original one so bad. I'm glad I don't have it, because it would just be sitting on my shelf, quite frankly. And I think there might have been one more. Otherwise, I think that's it. If you're new here, sometimes my videos, especially these ones, can be quite long. Sometimes. They can be kind of fast. It just depends. I'm surprised the amount of items on here that are sold out. Sometimes I'm like, man, how are people spending $400 on this right now? Anyways, yeah, that's it. What's in my cart? Okay. So I do have Burnt Forest in my cart. One of these, magnetic stick. I do have Coalescence in there, but I'm gonna delete that because I don't think I'm gonna get much. I do not think I would get much use out of that. And then Emerald City, so I'm just gonna keep that as that. No, I'm not gonna order right now. But yeah, sometimes I just leave things in the cart that I'm thinking about or whatever. I wonder how similar those two are to each other. The Burnt Forest and the Emerald City. I don't feel like trying to figure that out right now. Anyways, again, let me know in the comments, what's a regret that you have, a purchase regret that you have that was an expensive purchase to you. Let me know. Anyways, I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm sweating. Ugh, starting to feel gross. And yeah, you guys should see me back here tomorrow for a Get Right With Me. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet though, but thanks for watching and hanging out, guys. Have a good one.